Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2024 WPBA Tour Championships presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and this is an A-side matchup between Caroline Pau and Bojana Sarac. Please enjoy the show. We're just waiting for the tournament director here at our event to finish announcements to the crowd, and as soon as they do, we'll watch these ladies lag for the break. Stay tuned. Here's a few sponsors for our event. These are event sponsors, the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center, NPA, Incredible Bank, On the Hill Billiards Club, the Village of Rothschild, Olhausen Billiard Products, Simonis Diamond, and the Erickson Fisher Group. And of course, our presenting sponsors, Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. Got great support here at the WPBA, and this is our tour finale, where this is the finale of our 48th season. So a shout out and kudos to the ladies of the WPBA for continuously bringing us amazing action and top of the line competition. Jerry Stuckart is our tournament director for this event, so he is currently doing the player announcements. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for things to get started, so I want to say thank you to all the fans who constantly support us here at the WPBA, and of course thank you to the players and the board of the directors here for continuously supporting what we're doing with the streaming. As soon as we have confirmation that these ladies are through the player announcements, we will start the show, folks. I want to say that this has been a really cool season for me. This has been our first season doing the whole season streaming for you guys. And I am very proud of the work that we have done going forward. So shout out to my super coffee buddy, Miss Angela Janik, for her vision in seeing what the streaming could bring to the tour. And of course, thanks to the fans for constantly supporting us.
Hi, it's Chanel Ray.
All right, let's see what we got here. Just waiting for them to finish. Caroline Pau is a consummate professional. She was just awarded the President's Award last night at our tour finale banquet. So congratulations to Caroline Pau. She deserves all of that. She's one of the kindest people on tour and deserves that award probably more than anyone. So shout out to her for her continuing support of what we do and what she's doing and the tour and just women players in general. It's nice to see that was recognized for her. And then Bojana, she has only played in a few of our events over the last few years, but we're happy to have her here. She's a solid player. As you can see, she is almost a 700 Fargo, 669, and she's no stranger to competition. We like having her here. She's very friendly, she's super kind, and she's a great ambassador of what we do and the sport that we play. So it's nice to have her be able to make it out to these. And of course, this is a WPA ranked event. Sorry, I'm looking for these ladies' bios before we get started. A little behind in the morning. It's 10 a.m. here in Wisconsin. We are in Rothschild, Wisconsin at the Central Wisconsin Convention Center. See if we can get a look of what's going on at the moment. Ladies are patiently waiting. You can see a quick look of the room. I'll pull back and let you guys kind of see a piece of what's going on out there. Lots of action. 8 tables with ladies waiting to get grinding, get going. Have some good people involved in this tour this year. We want to say a special thank you to Diamond, Simonis, and Aramith for their longest lasting sponsorship. They have been with the tour since probably the beginning, and they just continue to provide us with the best equipment and give us the opportunity to do this on a monthly basis. So we thank them for that. So many others have come on board this year. How Tips, How Flash Carbon Fiber, Castillo Leather Goods, Super Shop Billiards, RJH Custom Cues, ICA Training Tool, which you guys will see one of the commercials for that. Just so many good, positive sponsors this year have jumped on board with us. So thank you for that. Kamui, I don't want to forget Kamui. They're right up there. We have a long day of pool ahead of us. If anybody's interested, you can go to digitalpool.com. The link is in the description on our YouTube. You can follow that. That should be the link for the final stage bracket. We had a two-stage event here. There were 80 ladies competing. 48 started last night, or actually Wednesday night, and played through until 16 advanced out of that bracket to come into the final stage with this top 32 seeded players. The seeding is based on rank here within the WPBA. So it may seem a little lopsided that you see some of our high-ranked players coming up against some very upper-tier world-class players, because those players don't play on the tour at every event, so they're not a ranked player, but they are obviously, you know, top-tier world-class players. These are WPA ranking events, so we bring in quite a few of the top players from all over the world, including Bojana. She's one of those ladies I speak of, as well as Rita Cho and Amber Chen. So many. If you go look at the bracket, you will be blown away by the level of competition here at this event, and we're pretty excited to have that to bring to you guys at home. Hey, Frank and Michael Isabashi, everybody in the stream, thank you, PA Pro Am Pool. I have been working on a lot of stuff, and I've been learning a lot from Frank, so thank you to him. Trying to make good things happen for the pool fan world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see, this is the lag. So Caroline Powell is on your left, and Bojana Sarac is on your right. Oh, that's close. They don't know. But the ladies are smiling like, somebody come tell us. I feel like it could very well be Caroline. I don't know. It's very close. Bojana's very smart. She's like, let's see. I don't know. From this view, right? It's kind of tricky. We can't really tell. They may make them relag. It might be too close to call. All right, looks like Caroline has won the lag. Caroline's going to be racking the Aramith Pro Cup balls with the Perfect Rack, which is the official rack sponsor here of the WPBA. These are the match rules for this event. They're going to lag for the first break, which you just saw. They're going to alternate break thereafter. The 9-ball does not count on the break in the bottom two pockets. The 3-point break rule is in effect. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. So last night, Caroline was presented the President's Award, and it's basically the board's recognition of her trying to advance the sport forward, being good for our sport, constantly working towards the better of the whole. So Caroline is just a solid human in general, and so there's no question that she deserves all the accolades that she receives. She's not just a great player, but she's a wonderful, wonderful person. So, one of the nicest ladies on tour. As a matter of fact, I think she won an award one year for being the nicest pool player on tour. So, Caroline currently resides in New Jersey. She's ranked 20th right now, but she has been ranked as high as number 4. We call her Kapow. She's a Mez sponsored player, as well as Sugar Tree Cues, Rack's Pool Room, RJH Custom Cues and Repairs, Mark Lee, Castillo Leather Goods, and Onboard Sportswear. So she has quite a list of sponsors and a great support system around her. She is shooting with a Mez cue with the Ignite shaft. She uses a Mez power brake, and she jumps with the Air Drive 3. I believe that she is our American representative for Mez cues. She's got a good stable around her. I believe that Allison Fisher and Christina Zlateva, as well as Mika Immonen, are all Mez sponsored players. All right, so she had a bit of a tough cut shot on the one ball. She did make it. It did bump the 2 down table, so she does have a thin cut on the 2, which means the cue ball is going to travel probably at a pretty good pace. We're going to see how she chooses to execute this. Getting back down table for the red 3. I don't think that was a terrible idea going short side, but unfortunately she didn't hit it with enough pace that 3 got out of the way. Unfortunately, she has landed underneath it. Oh, rail first. Nice shot. Cue ball kind of tracked too far down table. Looks like she'll be kicking at the orange 5. We haven't seen Bojana come up to the table yet, other than for the lag. I feel as though unless Caroline pockets this orange 5 ball. Okay, so we're still not going to see Bojana up to the table. I just thought to myself, as soon as I say she's not going to get up to the table, or she's going to get up to the table, Caroline's going to make that 5 ball. That was a good shot. Great shot by Caroline. This will be a nice positive start for Caroline going forward. There she goes. She was down here early, warming up. Looks like it's a good thing. All right, so here she can just kind of pinch draw this ball back. I can't tell. If she can't, she may have to just go to the end rail and back out. Yeah, she just has to be mindful. She's got to get past the 9. Oh, so she was able to draw. Just pinch it and draw it. Oh, too much. Just a little too much. Oh, adrenaline. She's got all that muscle she's using this morning. All right, so Bojana, here's our first look at Bojana this morning. She has a very nice ball in hand, basically a 2-ball, 2-stop shot out. Doesn't have to do anything fancy to win this rack. She'll take full advantage of that, and she'll be breaking next. All right, so this is going to be our first look at Bojana's break. Now, Caroline had a wonderful break, but unfortunately, she just didn't quite get there. It felt like she was making hero shot after hero shot to get out on that rack. She had she hooked herself from the three ball, so she made the rail first three. Then she hooks underneath the seven and had to kick, the five ball up table. So it just got to be where it was one thing after another in that rack, but it was still a great break and a real opportunity. Now we're going to see Bojana get to work. Bojana did come through on stage one. She resides in Switzerland. She's currently ranked number 57. That is her highest ranking in the WPBA, but she doesn't play on tour regularly. I'm sure it's a tough travel for her. She's a Perry Q sponsored player. I believe that's what she shoots with, is Perry Q. She's a Euro Tour winner. She won the Mez Spain Open. She got second place in the Austria Predator Open, third place in the Germany Predator Open, and third place in the European Championships in the 10-ball discipline. So she's no stranger to competing or at a high level. Looks like she's got a decent starting shot on the two. She walked around just to kind of be mindful of where she needs to be in the cue ball, not to allow the cue to travel too far forward, maybe getting under the orange 5. So she'll probably just roll this ball in. Nice soft roll stroke, nothing fancy. She doesn't want to get under the 5. It looks like there's not a lot of trouble here for Bojana. I believe first place at this event is a payout of approximately $17,000. I'm going to have to look that up for you, Edwin. It went from 30,000 to 40,000 added. Thank you to our Q spin. And so I don't know exactly. They had to update the payouts. We'll look and see if they've got any of that posted. Oh, and with a bridge. She hits that well. This is nice. She should be okay. It doesn't look like 9-ball is going to cause much queuing. I mean, she should be able to just get level here. And one rail back across. She just wants to make sure to pocket the ball, keeping the cue. Just a tad past the center of the table. Nothing too crazy. Like she got under it. She's feeling good this morning. Good for her. She's kind of stretched out across the table there. She's got to make some decisions how she wants to get back down table. She's looking, what she's doing when she comes around there is to make sure she looks and sees the path of the cue ball after contact, right? Because she is stretched out. You can see she's not comfortable. I like that she's going to grab the bridge. Might as well get comfortable. Wanted to let everyone know, too, these ladies are on a 40-second mandatory shot clock with 1 extension per rack. They do get 60 seconds after the break. All right, beautiful touch by Bojana. She's going to extend her lead, should take the score line 2-0. Caroline Pau to rack. See if she can get something started here. Thanks, everybody. Want to remind everyone to take just a second to step out, hit the thumbs up button for us. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Seen a few comments in the chat. Yeah, so Bojana is actually from Serbia, but she resides in Switzerland. I don't know what's going on with my cell service here today. I don't know if it's the room that I'm in. I'm kind of in a side room, a little office next to the playing arena. So I don't know if I'm in a dungeon or what. Not working. More coffee. All right, great start. Once again, Caroline has had a nice break. She just really needs to get through and commit. And the problem here, the 6-8, they're not good. They're tough. They're a little off line in order to play a solid combination. You're going to see Caroline kind of walk around the table, make some decisions. She is on a 30 or 40-second shot clock, so she's going to have to make sure that she does this in a timely manner. You can see some of the spectators are starting to come into the room. I actually think this is nice. She may be able to either draw it and take short side on the 6 to shoot the 6 past the 9, or I don't know if she can come underneath it and bump it out of there, kind of just break it out the angle that she has. Doesn't really favor her just to come down table and end up on this bottom short rail, because I'm not sure that the 6 goes up table, so she may have to play short side position, which is fine. She's just going to play this with some draw and try to land on that first diamond past the side pocket. Like that right there. Oh, well, let's see. She can see the 6, but she's definitely not in the best position. She may have to look for a safety. She may try to push it in between the 7 and 9 and just try to get the cue ball to the end rail. There's not a lot to do. She could, I don't know that she has enough of it if she has the whole ball or if she only has the top side of it. See what kind of decision making Caroline has going for her this morning. Just trying to get that cue ball down to the end rail. She needs to get it down there. Distance is her friend in this situation. It seems as though she doesn't have the whole ball to pocket it in the lower left-hand corner pocket. Maybe with some spin, she could make that happen, but it looks as though maybe the 7's hindering that. We'll see what Bojana chooses to do. She could play another safety, just kind of return. Nice tap, just containing, putting one on one long rail and the cue ball on the other long rail. But Caroline does have sight of the 6. Unfortunately, this lends itself really nicely to a good safety. She has a couple ways she could go about it. She could thin the 6. She could try to get the cue ball to the end rail. She could try to as thin as she can hit it and try to get the cue ball under the 9 or even possibly in the same position it is. Currently, she could bank the 6 out of there and try to get the cue up on the 8 ball. Just a nice little containing safety. Just enough to maybe get another inning. Bojana's going to have to come with something very creative. One rail into it. She could actually be offensive. I do think she needs to be mindful of the scratch if she goes one rail to pocket it in the corner, but if she kicks at it, comes underneath it and kicks it out of there, she may end up more favorable. Yeah, like that. At best, Caroline has a shot, but she's going to be cueing very awkwardly over the 8. Sorry, folks. People keep kind of popping in. It's early morning, right? We got some ins and outs of all the things that happen behind the scenes for an event. So if somebody popped in to say something to me, I had to mute my mic really quick. All right, nice shot by Caroline. She's got to really just settle in. She doesn't want to let Bojana get too many more racks on her that she should probably have won. So she wants to stay as close in this match as possible. You know, if you look at the Fargo, these ladies are only a 29-point difference in Fargo, which with most Fargo tournaments is not even a one-game handicap. So these ladies are probably as even as we're going to get. Nice stroke by Caroline. All right, so I like this. I think she can just pocket this ball and come one rail across, shooting the 9 in the same pocket. And if she does that, she at least can hit it with a nice smooth stroke, and she doesn't take any chance of decelerating by trying to like hold it there. Nice shot. Good job by Caroline. A little close to the rail there, but she should be just fine. She's going to take a couple extra seconds. She does have 40 seconds per shot to make decisions, so I think she'll be just fine here. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So there's some other matches going on around the room. We can check that out while we're waiting for Bojana to rack. Sarah Miller and Wang Wanling. Wang is up 3-0. Sorry, I looked away from the screen for a second. Monica Webb is up 2-1 over Emmeline Collado. Rita Cho is currently 1-1 with Maite Ropero, which we saw in our bonus last night. Lori John Brown and Jordan Humphrey, the junior player who's playing very well. Jordan's up 2-1. Mini Tani is up 3-0 over Joanne Mason Parker. Brianna Miller is up 2-0 over Soledad, and Fanyu is up 3-1 over Stephanie Mitchell, the Velvet Hammer. Bojana to break. Wow, dry break there by Bojana. So Caroline is coming to the table. She's going to take just a second there and take the perfect rack off the table. For those of you guys who are not familiar, the perfect rack is the official rack sponsor of the WPBA. Well, this is a bit of a tester. It's a very thin cut on the 1. She may play this with a ton of right-hand English and come 3 rails out underneath the 8. Just like that. Great shot. Fortunately, she overran it. Got a little too much speed. Now she can get past the 7. She could come around 2, 3 rails. So she could cut the 2 in the side. She may be able, if she can miss the 7, she should be able to come in between the 7 and the 8. 3 rails around for the 3 ball. We are using the Aramith TV Pro Cup set of balls. They are the official ball sponsor here at the WPBA. So if you guys are interested in that, we do sell these sets that have been used at this event. They're all brand new when we get here, and we sell them off afterwards. If you're interested in that, they're $370 shipped. Go to the in the continental 48 states, mind you. Go to WPBA.com and check out the store. That deal is only good while we're live. All right, so she's got to cut this in. She wants to miss the 5 or the 6. She overcut it a tad. She did miss the 5 and the 6, but unfortunately she has overcut the 3. Looks as though this 3 is pretty deep. It's kind of on our view left side of the pocket. She has to be mindful of the path of the cue ball coming out of that. Sorry, somebody just walked in and scared me. I jumped. Right, so we all know, right, that if she hits this ball thick and it catches that end rail, the cue ball will die. Kind of like that. She caught it a little thick. She does. The 4 does go in the top left corner pocket, but it's a bit more of a testing shot. I think she should be okay. She's just going to have to really bear down and make sure she pockets the pink 4. 2 rails around the left-hand corner pocket to get back down table for the orange 5. Like that. She's going to go ahead and take the 3rd rail. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, she even got a 4th rail. Let's see if she has, the 6 does go past the 9 into the corner pocket. Bojana has a nice steady pace around the table. She's has a very calm demeanor. I enjoy watching her play. So just a pocket speed. Maybe came up a little short, but that's all right. She should be okay here. Can't tell. I wonder if she should go the other camera view. Get a good sight on this. Oh, she should be okay. She should be able to miss the 9 and get to the rail and back out for the 7. Yeah, she missed it just barely. She almost undercut that 6, but it worked out nicely. And although she's got a bit of a back cut on the 7, it's a natural shape to the 8. She's just really got to make sure she pockets the 7. Got the cue ball back off the rail. This lends itself nicely. You see Bojana walk behind the 9 ball to make sure she knows where she wants to be in position. She'll probably just play this 1 rail, high ball. Just try to get it anywhere by the side pocket would be fine. She played 2 rails. All right, a little confident stroke. Nothing wrong with that. Good shot by Bojana. right, in this 9-ball to extend the lead. 3-1 in favor of Bojana Sarac. Thank you to Big Family Custom Creations, the official apparel sponsor here at the WPBA. And of course, our long-lasting relationship with Aramith. It's very quiet in the room this morning. It's very, very quiet. It's almost awkwardly quiet. I don't think the girls are awake just yet. So I do want to say to anyone who's watching the stream, if you could take a second to share it to all your favorite socials, we do appreciate that. If you're watching on Billiard TV, thank you for tuning in. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond with the WPBA, and you're always welcome to join us on WPBA Billiards on YouTube. We have great chat rooms. Sometimes we have some fun polls in the chat. So if you're interested in that, you're welcome to check it out. We always love new fans. Make sure you subscribe on your way through. Yeah, I just saw someone say in the chat about needing to thaw out. It is very cold here. It was -5 with wind chill yesterday. So I think it felt more like -13. Uh, it was so cold. You step outside and you instantly, like, all your parts are frozen. And I'm from Michigan, so for me to say that it was cold, it was cold. And the sunshine is out today. I'm hoping that'll make it at least feel warmer today. All right, so Caroline has underhit that, but she's going to get away with it. She felt as though she missed it. You saw from her body language. That's okay. She didn't, so she's still at the table shooting. You can see some of the stuff going on around the room. There's lots of cool stuff going on around the room, ladies and gentlemen. We have 8 tables of action here if you're anywhere near central Wisconsin. Come on down. We have some VIP seats still available, and there are general admission passes, and they're not terrible. It's not expensive at all. Please come check it out. Oh, wow. So Caroline is just not settling in just yet. It's tough, right? First match of the whole tournament for Caroline. She's a seeded player here at the WPBA. And it's tough. We put her on the TV table first round, right? Tough action. All right, we're going to see what's going on. We are playing on 9-foot diamonds with Simonis cloth and Aramith balls, as well as the perfect rack produced in Canada. We will have a special guest for round 2, our noon matchups, because I actually have to play at noon. So I believe Ada Leo and Chanel Lorraine will be in the booth for you guys to enjoy. All right, she got a nice hit. Almost got a scratch, but she has gotten a really nice roll out of this. Bojana's going to have to come with another safety. I don't favor her to try any kind of crazy combination here. It's not a lot of options. I don't know if she can thin it to make the 8. So she may have to just try to play a containing safety of some kind. You see her kind of checking it out. These ladies are on a 40-second shot clock, so she won't waste too much time. I think that's a bonus. I think that 40 seconds is long enough that the ladies aren't running around dropping cues on the floor, but at the same time, um, it's quick enough that it keeps the pace of play steady for our viewers. All right, so Caroline, she's got another really good opportunity here. I hope she can just settle in and get back into action. Kapow is a solid player who puts in all the work. So I'd like to see that come to light for her. Right. She's got a steep cut on this 6. She probably could have traveled just a tad further. This is a really difficult shot to try to hold. And cutting it in, you have to be mindful of a couple of things. You have to be mindful that you need to go, 2 rails back out, but you really have to miss the 9 ball. So we'll see if she just opts to try to roll it in. Oh, she went for it. Oh, all right. Well, she missed the 9. She got a little bit of a fortunate bump off the point in the side pocket. But she does have another testing shot on this round 7. This, though, I favor Caroline here. She needs to just really settle in. She can hit this with some pace so the cue ball will travel back and forth to get shape on the black 8 ball. If she'd like, and then she doesn't have to decelerate at all. She can just follow all the way through with her stroke. Oh, she's missed the shot. All right, so Bojana's close to her work here. Maybe not in the best position. But she can definitely make a solid hit. She can kind of see she's testing her backstroke there, getting comfortable. She may, being that she's, up in a 3-1 lead here, she may try to be offensive, cutting the 7 in the top right corner pocket. She could also play a containing safety and just bank it or even thin it and stick to cue ball on the end rail. Oh, she overhit it. I think she was being offensive there, and she's lost the cue ball. So Caroline says, okay, I need to get these 3 balls in right now. I think just for confidence sake, she needs to really get these 3 balls in the pocket. Just for a little bit of confidence. So Caroline shares a couple sponsors with the WPBA. So Castillo Leather Goods and RJH Custom Cues, who has been very supportive of the WPBA, both of them. So she does share a couple sponsors with us, as well as she produces an event every year and I do believe she intends to try to do it again, partnered with Mez Cues, as well as some of her other sponsors at Rex Bar and Billiards in New York. Uh-oh. All right, so Caroline's way out of her lane right now. She's having a rough morning. Hopefully she can settle in and get back to a confident space in her mind and get back into this match. I would assume that after this, there's a chance that Caroline will take a break. She dug in a little bit more on that than she probably needed to, but she's got in position. She did make it past the 9. Very makeable 9 ball into the right-hand side pocket to extend her lead. Four to 1 over Caroline Powell. This is an A-side matchup for the WPBA Dr. Poole Jacoby Championships. All right, so Caroline is going to take a break. All right, please enjoy a few sponsor vids while we wait.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
The WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are still waiting on Caroline. That's okay. She's entitled to her break. Let's talk a little bit about our event sponsors. We are at the WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues, which is a Wisconsin-born cue company. We're currently residing at the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center in the village of Rothschild, who is also a sponsor here for this event, as well as Midwest Pool Players Association, Incredible Bank, Simonis Diamond, the Erickson Fisher Group, Aramith, Olhausen Billiard Products, and of course On the Hill Billiards Club Bar and Grill, who are actually bringing us some stuff for our Sunday swag. So shout out to On the Hill. Todd and his crew are fantastic, and we're super happy to have them as part of our WPBA family. So we've got some good stuff going on, and Bojana to break. His current score is 4-1 in favor of Sarac, and this is an A-side matchup at the 2024 WPBA Tour Championships. So she was able to make an illegal break. So for those of you guys who are not familiar, when I talk about an illegal break or compliant break, it means that she has completed the 3-point rule. So that's balls pocketed plus balls past the head string. They have to get a combination of 3 points. So she was able to pocket 2 balls, and she was able to get 2 balls past the head string. So that was compliant. If by some chance she were not to make a compliant break, Caroline could come to the table. It's not a ball and hand foul. She can come to the table and take it as it lies. The unfortunate part is on an illegal break, the incoming player, if they choose to take the rack, they cannot push. Only the original breaker can push. Now, if Bojana gets up there and she makes a legal break but doesn't pocket anything, as long as it's legal, Caroline can push. Even though it's dry, if it were illegal, Caroline would not be able to push. So there is some small little nuancy rules about that people don't enjoy. But at the same time, it allows us to self-govern, and therefore we don't need on-site table or on-table referees for every match, which is nice. If the ladies need a shot called or a decision made, they call our tournament director, which is Jerry Stuckert for this event. He's also a WPBA board member. All right, so it looks like she's going to have to draw this ball back. She may have to accept a bit of a tougher cut on the 5, but that's okay because she does need angle to get from the 5 to the 6. Let's see there. She had to draw that back and take a bit of a tougher angle on the 5. Luckily, though, all she has to do is pocket the 5. She needs to make sure she just makes the ball. The cue ball will naturally come 1, 2 rails back out towards the center of the table. Probably play this with a top English, top of the ball. I don't know that she has to put any side spin on it. I don't know that that's necessary. Cutting it thin enough that she doesn't really need to do that. All right, so she opted just to play at one rail. This could be tough. I'm not sure if she's gotten a little too much angle here. No, she's feeling very confident. She could play this ball forward, tracking in between the 6 and the 9 with the cue ball there. Coming back up table. I don't know if she'll play it with draw. She may opt to just hold it there and take the cut on the brown 7-2. There's a few options for Bojana, so we'll see what she chooses to do. All right, so she's going forward, tracking forward in between the 6 and the 9. Good shot. What a nice stroke by Bojana. Very nice stroke, very well controlled. I know that Bojana just recently was married, so she's starting life as a married woman. Congratulations to her. All right, 2 rails back out to the center of the table. Fell a little short, but I favor her to make this ball. She should be just fine. This is a race to 8, ladies and gentlemen, A-side matchup here at the Tour Championships. This is the season finale of our 48th season with the WPBA. All right, great shot by Bojana. I did want to say I had seen in the chat people were asking about the ball set. Let me throw that graphic up for you guys. This is a Tournament TV Pro Cup set. This is $370 used only once at a previous event, which actually the ones we're selling now are from this event. I only have so many sets to sell. I believe it's 8. If you're interested in that, please check it out. I did see someone in the chat say something about we wish that we would ship them to Canada. Well, we have a few Canadian girls in this event. Maybe you can work a deal out with one of them. If they're not flying, they may be able to bring them back with them. So if you know any of the ladies that are from Canada, maybe you can reach out and they can facilitate that deal for you. If not, and you're inside the continental 48 states, please go to WPBA.com. That price does include shipping. $370, and you can actually get a cue ball signed by any of the ladies still in this event if you so choose. You don't have to. We don't make you do that. That's a preference. If you just prefer to have the set because you want a great set for your home pool table, check it out. They're my favorite. So I have one of these sets at home. I purchased one for my home table, and they're definitely worth the money. And I promise you, you can't get them at a better deal anywhere. That deal is only given to us here at the WPBA and for my stream people. So for all our fans at home, if you're interested in that, please go to WPBA.com and check it out. Now she's cueing very awkwardly here. She's got to stretch across the table, bridging to get over the 5 ball. She's just going to roll it in and try to stay in the window of the 2. Not sure if the 2 ball goes, but she does have the option. I think she has the option to play a decent safety here. She could, if it doesn't go on the side, she could play the bank to the left-hand side pocket and hold the cue ball up against in between the pink 4 and the orange 5. That could lead itself to a decent safety if she plays, with proper speed. But if she can just cut it in past the 3, that's not a terrible shot either. All right, so I like her there, just staying conservative, playing the safety. Very smart play by Kapow. Oh, that's unfortunate. She clipped the edge of the black 8 on the way by. Caroline will come to the table with ball in hand, though. And I'd like to see Caroline really try to get something started. So in these race to 8s, I've noticed, even though they're alternate break, and you wouldn't feel as though this could happen, we see a lot of momentum shifts. So I am not even thinking that this match is close to being done. There is still a shot that we're going to get to see a hill thriller. I know the players don't enjoy that, but boy, as a spectator, we sure do, don't we? So I'd love to see Caroline really step up and get back into this match and grind it out a bit. Caroline is a very well composed and a solid seasoned player. I know that during her break, she probably made a few necessary adjustments. She's going to get back to it, get right back to work. Always the consummate professional. I see in the chat some questions about Brianna Miller and Ashley Benoit. Absolutely, they're still in it. Brianna is playing right now. Ashley will start next round. She seeds in the top 16 for this event. So kudos to her. That girl, she's had a great year. And then Brianna is a top 32 ranked player. So she's starting this morning. I think she is playing Soledad Ayala. You can go to digitalpool.com, and the link is in our description. It will take you to the bracket if you want to follow along with your favorite players. So it looks like Caroline's trying to make a decision here, what she wants to do. She's got another one of these difficult cut shots. She had a 7 ball similar to this in the last rack. Oh boy. Oh boy. Caroline is just not getting it. This girl, she's working so hard just to have the ball roll 1 or 2 rotations too far every time. Oh, Brian, Superman Trick Shots is in the chat. Thanks, Brian. Always supporting the WPBA. He's got a really cool training tool. If you guys are interested, go to bobbleball.com. Check it out. It's super fun. We may have something for you in our Sunday swag, so make sure you guys stick around all the way through. We'll be here on Sunday, bringing you the finals of this event. All right, so Caroline's in a bit of a spot. She looked at the possible 2-railer. It looks like she's going to potentially go 2, even 3 rails maybe. She may just try to go offensive and go 1 rail and kick it in. She's in a bit of a predicament at this point in the score line. She's down 5-1. So she may need to just something good to happen, right? She did go 3 rails at it. Nope. Other than awkward queuing, I think that Bojana has these 3 balls to extend her lead even further. Yeah, I want to say thank you to Frank Maioletti for some of the work that he has done at PA Pro-Am. So if you guys are not fans of both, please take a second to check out his stuff on YouTube. Give him a thumbs up and a share and or a subscribe. He works really hard, and I just seen today he's going to be doing the hay ball event coming up. So make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to his channel as well, so that way you always get notified whenever he goes live. All right, so she made a good solid shot on the 6. She's probably going to shoot the 9 in the same pocket as she's shooting the 8. So just 1, even 2 rails across. Just go. We got 1 rail there. We're going to hit that 2nd rail, and that cue ball's going to slow down nicely. Bojana Sarac to extend the lead 6-1 over Caroline Powell. And there you have it, folks. There's that. Race to 8. Really want to see Caroline get something going here. Let's look at what's going on around the room, ladies and gentlemen. So Wang Wanling is up 6-2 over Sarah Miller. Monica Webb and Emmeline Collado in a tight battle at 4s. Rita Cho is up 5-2 over Maria Teresa Garcia, which we call her Mai Tai. Lori John Brown and Jordan Helfrey, the junior player, who just recently had a BEF national championship, or I think it's BEF. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called. JAS. There you go. Tour championship win, 4-4. Mina Tani is up 6-1 on Joanne Mason Parker, and Brianna Miller is up 6-2 over Soledad Ayala. All right, Bojana to break. So she did make a ball on the break. She's also got a shot on the 1. The 1 and 6 did make it past the head string, so it is compliant. It's taking just a second to remove the perfect rack from the table. These ladies are on a mandatory 40-second shot clock, but what we do here at the WPBA is that if you break and you got to go up and move the rack or whatever, you don't lose seconds for that, right? We just use the shot clock to keep a steady pace of play. It's not really a punishment to the player. We will also stop if you need to run back and grab your extension or grab your jump cue. We don't really want you throwing your cues around on the ground. That's unnecessary. So the 40 seconds and then the few small nuancy things that we do here at the WPBA make it a much more enjoyable experience for the players, but it keeps the matches on pace for the fans. So it's not a punishment for us. It's just a way to keep things, going along. All right, so this is good. She's got a clean shot on the 2. Should be able to one rail back out to the center of the table for the 3 in the side pocket. Nice touch. Came up a little short. I'm sure she's just going to play this one rail down to the end, right where she's kind of standing. Bring it back up. She's got a small window between the pink 4 and the brown 7. She wants to stay inside that window so that she can pocket the pink 4. Probably use a high ball with maybe a little bit of left-hand spin just to keep the cue ball running in a straight line. She put a little too much on it. She could have put a little more and played pro side, right? Played short side. I don't think that was the intention. I think she wanted to stay in the window, but it's fine. She still has an opportunity here to play a containing safety. This is a preference if she wants to cross over the pink 4, put the cue under the 5, or if she wants to bank it. She chose to keep it under the 5. Nice shot. Great shot. Nice containing safety. Caroline is going to have to kick down here to this short rail at the bottom of your screen. I don't think she can see any of the pink 4. All right, so she's made a solid hit. I mean, she's made a good hit. Unfortunately, I do believe she's left Bojana a shot on the pink 4. Oh, no. Just kidding. Looks as though maybe she has the edge of this pink 4. There may be another safety coming. I'm not necessarily opposed to thinning this pink 4, which would be on our left view of it, and bringing the cue, trying to get the cue ball exactly where it is right now. Get that cue ball back under the 6. Well, close, but still containing. Caroline will have clean look at the pink 4, but unfortunately not a great offensive shot. She'll probably go ahead and play another safety. She can thin it, bank it towards the middle of the table, try to get the cue ball. She can even try to get the cue ball back where it is, under the 6. We'll see what Caroline opts to do. Nice shot. Using the 6 ball as cover. Nothing real wrong with that. At best, Bojana may have the edge of the pink 6, or the pink 4. Make sure to hit the share and the thumbs up button for me, folks, at the bottom of your screen. If you're in full screen, make sure you pull it out. If you are watching on Billiard TV, please feel free to join us at WPBA Billiards on YouTube and become part of the subscribing family for the WPBA. You're more than welcome. We always love new people. We have a really cool chat group as well as lots of cool content for you to check out from all the top lady players on tour. And we're pretty blessed here at the WPBA. The #1 player in the world is also the #1 ranked player here at the WPBA. She is at every event, Christina Tkach, and we love her, and we're so happy she's part of our WPBA group and family. And congratulations to her on so many levels. She's had an amazing year. All right, so looks like she's going to thin this, try to put the pink 4 in the middle diamond. Unfortunately, she has hit it a little too firm. I think Bojana may, she's going to cross over this. I actually, I like banking and maybe putting the cue under the 5, but she can put the pink 4 under the 5 and do the same thing, get the cue ball on the left side. Great shot. Her touch is really on point this morning. Oh, this one's a tough shot. Like, I'm not sure how I feel. To come to the bottom end rail or to go to the top short rail. I guess it's a preference. The 6 does cause a bit of a problem, but she could shoot it past it and kill it. It's just a really bad spot in general. And the main reason I say that is because, like, there's not a lot of places for her to, even after making a hit, to really hide the cue ball. Or I like going to the top rail like she's doing right now, simply because I feel like our cue ball could track underneath the 7 and the 9. So we'll see what she opts to do. Oh, well, she drains the 6 ball, hit it like a champ, right? Unfortunately, that's not the ball she was shooting at, so Bojana's going to come to the table with ball in hand. That was a good safety. Safety achieved. This is a 9 ball Texas Express. The 9 ball is it is wild, basically. It's not call 9, but the 9 doesn't count in the bottom 2 pockets on the break. That's the only 9 ball rule that we have. You don't have to call it. You can get fortunate and slop it in, as some would say, or fluke it in. And it would count as long as you hit the lowest denomination ball on the table. The ladies don't prefer to do that. They don't get, you don't see them freewheel at too many of those shots. Like, typically if they're trying to make the 9, it's obvious, it's intentional. But it does happen. I mean, lots of times the 9 ball, the ball gets fluked in, and you know, you don't really, you feel bad that it happens, right? But at the same time, like, you can't really feel bad. It's just kind of 9 ball. All right, so Bojana to get on the hill. She's played really well in this set. She's been able to take full advantage of some of Caroline's mistakes. I don't feel as though Caroline didn't have opportunities or hasn't had them so far in this matchup, but She just hasn't been able to capitalize on them. It's kind of brutal. And this 9-ball to get on the hill, ladies and gentlemen. Bojana Sarac. 7-1 over Caroline Kapow. All right, we're back in action. Caroline racking the balls. She's got to get something started. This is a tough fade from here. If she wants to get back in this match, she's going to have to fade a few of Bojana's breaks. So we'll see if Caroline can get something started. All right, so she has made the wing ball. Unfortunately, I don't think that's a legal break. First one we've seen from this set. Seeing Caroline kind of turn towards Bojana and saying, it's no good. Unfortunately for Caroline, Bojana gets to regain control of the table with this. I don't know if she'll be offensive. Looks as though she'll just play a nice safety. Getting it up on the 6-ball, I like that. She did manage to tie it up with a round 7 as well. We have 420 people in the stream, ladies and gentlemen, on our YouTube. If you guys could do me just a favor and hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd really appreciate it. We like to make those algorithms match. It's super important to us that they do so. So if you have a chance, please pull back and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're watching on Billiard TV, thank you for tuning in. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching the WPBA. All right, so unfortunately, she did make good hit, but Bojana gets to come to the table with a clear opportunity and a nice out. I think the toughest will probably be the 5 to the 6. We'll see how Bojana gets there. Thanks, Chaz, in the chat room. Thank you so much. Good morning, Long Pot. Nice to see you in the chat room. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button and subscribing, and that way you always get notified when we go live. She just wants this ball to roll forward a tad. She doesn't need a lot, just kind of a stun follow stroke. There you go. Kapow has not been herself in this matchup. Maybe a little cold this morning. It's freezing here. I'm not going to lie. A lot of us, I mean, Caroline's from New Jersey, so she's accustomed and acclimated to the cold, but it's a different kind of cold. I don't know how to describe it right now, but it's really cold here. I don't care where you're from, it's just cold. Oh, hi, Christy. Yes, your mom is playing at noon, and we are on Central Time Zone. All right, so she misses the 8. She leaves herself a little angle. She doesn't want to get too straight or fall flat on this 7 because the 8 is definitely on the rail, and it's a few diamonds out of the pocket. So she wants to make sure she has angle to get from the 7 to the 8, which she has done. She can play this with just a nice, steady high ball. She can even maybe do it with center. She doesn't have to do anything fancy. Just pocket the ball, no spin. Get the cue across the table. Yep, mindful, don't scratch. It's dark in there. All right, so she got away with that one. See, she put the little hand up to Caroline saying, oh, I might have got a little lucky there. That's all right. That's just part of 9-ball. And unfortunately here, she's going to have to pocket this ball, and she will be shooting the 9-ball from the rail unless she opts to draw it and try to get it up by the side. But she's going to go ahead and just take the rail shot. You'll notice when she's shooting from the rail, any strokes will be very small. They won't be very big. That's to keep it more accurate when you're shooting from the rail. All right, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bojana Sarac has advanced on the A side into the second round of this event. Caroline Kapow will be taking this scenic route through the 2024 WPBA Tour Championships. This event has been presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. Big thank you to so many of our event sponsors here. Incredible Bank, MPA, Diamond Aramith and Simonis, the Village of Rothschild, Olhausen, of course, the Erickson Fisher Group, Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center, sorry. So thank you to them, and of course to On the Hill Billiards Club Bar and Grill for upping their sponsorship this year and becoming a bigger part of this event. So thank you to them. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching the WPBA. Please take just a second to hit the thumbs up button for us. We will be rebooting and starting over again for the 12 o'clock round. Thank you guys again, and thank you to our sponsors. We are going to have a great weekend.